This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by AMD. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the episode of Rettinger's Rants. I'm your host, John Rettinger, the show where I get super red-faced and I rant about something that's going on in the world of technology. Up this week, I want to talk about app developers and making apps cross-platform. I'm looking at you, Instagram, and I'm talking to you, Windows Phone users. This is Rettinger's Rants. Let's get our ranties in a bunch. So before everybody gets all mad and hurt and gets all complainy that I'm talking about a mobile platform because one's better than the other, just hear me out because this affects every user of every platform. App cross-development. Why aren't the major apps available on every major platform? And I'm speaking specifically about Instagram, and I'll talk more about app development time, the coding language, and all that kind of stuff, I promise. But the Instagram one in particular, I do not understand. Right now, there is not an official Instagram client on Windows Phone. Now, you might say it takes a lot of time and resources to develop a Windows Phone app, and I totally get that, and I agree with you, but here's the catch. Microsoft actually owns 1.6% of Facebook, which owns Instagram. They put in $240 million back in 2007. That would almost be like there not being a Skype app on Windows Phone. I just don't get it. And then Instagram got all red markery and started crossing off and getting rid of terms of service to try and force some unofficial third-party Instagram apps out, like Instance, for instance. So it really just doesn't make any sense. Why would Microsoft, why would Facebook, why would Instagram leave advertising dollars on the table? Since the acquisition of Instagram, I guess now, about 6-8 months ago, there are ads all over Instagram and mobile advertising is huge. They are leaving all that completely done. Now I understand the time it takes to develop an app, let alone support an app, but at least release one application, then leave it for 6 months, leave it for 12 months. You don't have to get every single iteration that iOS and Android might, but at least develop an application that people can use and at least have some of the features. I just don't get it. I'm talking about the big app development houses that clearly have the resources. Certainly, we've seen Facebook's ridiculous valuation. Their share price is now back up to what their IPO level was, so they got cash in the bank. Now, I get small third parties don't have the resources to develop for iOS, for Android, Windows Phone, and BlackBerry. I understand not putting out cross-platform for those. You just don't always have the time to develop. The coding language is not overly similar for all of them, so you have to really develop from code base 0 all the way up to your completion for each of those applications. So I can understand that. Now there's one catch which is kind of fun. BlackBerry and BB10 has a trick up their sleeves. While there isn't really official Instagram clients for BB10, you can do some pretty cool things like side-loading Instagram right onto BB10. Like I said, you might not get the most recent version of applications because it's not supported. You can get a version that works. You can't do video on there, and that's all right. At least you can do pictures. At least you can like photos. At least you can find friends and all that other good Instagram-ness. But unfortunately, you just can't do that on other operating systems. You don't have that sort of based on that Linux kernel. Let me take a minute to thank our friends and sponsors at AMD. I want to thank our friends at AMD and show you the latest. This is the Acer Aspire Touch. This bad boy combines performance and mobility in a small screen touch notebook. It is extremely light and really powerful. The AMD Elite Mobility A4 APU helps deliver the touchscreen convenience of a tablet with a true notebook experience. You know, when you just need that clickety-clack of a real keyboard. Also, it's lightweight and ultra thin, so easily slip in a bag and you'll forget it's even there. So my favorite feature by far is AMD's Steady Video technology. It's actually really cool. So what it does, it's a video playback tool that actually is designed to eliminate shakes and jitters during the playback of home video. I got a baby coming and I'm all excited gonna be videoing. This is gonna be really helpful to sort of make that look like I got a nice, steady surgeon's-like hand. Thank you to our friends at AMD. Why can't we have cross-platform applications for the major applications? It would seem like they're just leaving money on the table. Maybe I don't understand the development that goes behind these things. And if I don't, leave them in the comments down below. I want to hear your thoughts about them. Thank you guys for watching the episode of Rettinger's Rants. Hope you enjoyed. I am your host, John Rettinger. I will see you every single Wednesday getting all ranty and mad and sometimes even happy. Please give the video a thumbs up. We most definitely appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week. What's up, guys? It's John again. Just wanted to let you know that if you liked what you saw, I hope you did, we've got 2 other shows that go live every single week, come rain, shine, sleet, or snow. Ask the Buffalo, where Ashley Escada answers your tech questions, and a rumor roundup, where yours truly tells you about all the best rumors in the gadget world. Click the text below that says subscribe, and check out our other shows by clicking right over here. Till next video, thanks for watching.